Hello, dear students. Welcome to I-Fal. My name is Teacher Nikki, and I am here to have another video lesson with you. So I am so excited to talk about a new topic for you today that will help you understand and construct better sentences using the English language. I know that these lessons will be very helpful for you to communicate using the English language that are grammatically correct and properly constructed, considering that we will be talking about some grammar topics. So I want you to concentrate on our lesson today, pay attention to our sample sentences, and please practice them very well even after the class. So let's go ahead and start our lesson. Let's go. For this lesson, let's go ahead and talk about prepositions with verbs, okay? So remember, certain verbs require prepositions in order to connect their sentences' objects, okay? These combinations, known as prepositional verbs, allow the prepositions to act as necessary links between verbs and nouns or gerunds, okay? The prepositions used in these combinations are sometimes called dependent prepositions. Okay, we have here what we call your prepositional verbs. Okay, now here are some of the prepositions commonly used with verbs. We have for, to, about, with, of, in, at, on, and from as usual. Okay, so usage. Prepositional verbs always take a direct object, okay? So it could be a noun or a gerund after the preposition and cannot be separated by it. Okay, for example, he listens to classical music every night. So to correct, the prepositional verb is not separated and the object comes directly after the preposition. He listens classical music every night. This is incorrect, okay, because the verb listens requires a preposition to connect to its object, classical music. So there should be a preposition there to connect the verb and your object. Now, he listens classical music too every night. This is also incorrect because listen and its preposition to cannot be separated by the object. So it means you cannot put your object in between your verb and your prepositional verb. All right? So please remember these three ideas that we have here. Now, prepositional verbs versus phrasal verbs. As we know, we have phrasal verbs. Sometimes a phrasal verb may be mistaken for a prepositional verb. But how do we know if it's a phrasal verb or a prepositional verb? Now, although both combinations employ verbs and preposition, you can differentiate the two grammar structures by looking at the literal meaning of the verb and the word order. Okay, literal meaning. Okay, so when we say a prepositional verb with literal meaning, okay, so prepositional verbs use the literal meaning of the verb, so as it is, whereas the phrasal verbs tend to be idiomatic. It means whatever you use in phrasal verbs usually, sometimes, or usually has a different meaning than the words used. Okay? For example, the meaning of asked, okay, of the verb ask does not change when combined with preposition for. Ask for. You're really asking for it. Okay? However, it changes dramatically when combined with preposition out. Okay, example here, Kelly asked for a raise. So the literal meaning of this one is to ask or to inquire. Kelly inquired about a raise, making it a prepositional verb. Now, asked out. Kelly asked out Chad. Ask out means here to invite someone on a date, right? Now that is an idiomatic phrasal verb. So the meaning of this phrase here is not actually the actual meaning or the literal meaning of the verbs or words used in the sentence. So therefore, that's how you differentiate
prepositional verbs, and your phrasal verbs. Okay? What more? In word order, the order of a verb's preposition and its object can also help determine whether a verb is prepositional or phrasal. So, as previously stated, the object of prepositional verbs always comes immediately after the preposition. Okay? So, comes immediately after, okay, which in turn comes immediately after a verb, okay? So, note that exception to this rule is when an adverb is used to modify the prepositional verb, in which case, okay, or in which case it can appear between the verb and the preposition. So, however, the object must still follow the preposition. Let's see what we're talking about here. Look at this one. Kelly asked for a raise. Okay. Kelly asked politely for a raise. Okay. So, incorrect here. Kelly asked a raise for. So, that is incorrect. So, for phrasal verbs, however, prepositions and objects can often be rearranged without issues. So we don't have any issues, but then the sentence would still be correct. So Kelly asked out Chad. This is correct. Kelly asked Chad out. So this is also correct on that matter.
So I hope you find our lesson today very helpful. So as I always say, the secret in making your communication skills in English better is constant practice. So I want you to please keep on practicing all the lessons that we've had in the past and even this present lesson. So I know that you can do it really well and you'll improve yourself eventually. So just keep believing in yourself and practice more, okay? Now, please stay tuned to our more lessons here in I-Fal, and please visit our website that I will flash on the next screen. I also encourage you to please subscribe to our classes because we have a lot of amazing teachers that will help you and guide you in improving your English skills. So once again, this is Teacher Nikki. So I'll just see you again on the next classes and video lessons that we're going to have. I know that we will have more amazing lessons in the future. So stay tuned and good luck. Study harder and I'll see you next time. Bye.